because his hour had not yet come. That is how our gospel ended. Hindi pa niya oras. Yan ang sinasabi natin kapag ang isang tao ay nakaligtas sa siguradong kamatayan. Hindi pa niya oras. Pero sinasabi din natin kung minsan, kapag oras mo na, oras mo na. It's kind of fatalistic that when our time comes, no matter what we do, no matter how rich we are, how educated we are, we cannot prevent death from dying, from coming. Kapag oras mo na, oras mo na. Mga kapatid, ganun ba ang nangyari kay Jesus? Oo, sa Ebanghelyo, sabi sa atin, walang gumalaw sa Kanya sapagkat hindi pa niya oras. Pero yung unang Biyernes Santo, nung siya'y namatay sa krus, yung ba'y talagang oras na niya? Does it mean that on the first Good Friday, Jesus was not able to escape anymore? That Jesus had no choice but to die? Hindi na siya nakalusot? Parang hindi po. Kasi alam naman natin, kapag binasa natin ang banal na kasulatan, ang lahat ay nangyari ayon sa kagustuhan at plano ni Jesus. He was not caught off guard. He was not given a choice. No, he had a choice. And that is the first reminder of our gospel today. Jesus chose to die. Jesus chose to die. Kaya nga kapag tinignan natin ang kamatayan ng Panginoon, makikita natin doon ang tindi ng kanyang pagmamahal sapagkat pinili niyang mamatay alang-alang sa atin. Sino ba naman tayo para pag-alayan ng buhay? Makasalanan, pasaway, matigas ang ulo. Pero dahil nga tayo'y makasalanan, pasaway, at matigas ang ulo, si Jesus ay naparito upang iligtas tayo. At ang kanyang pag-aalay ng buhay sa krus ay sadyang pagpapasyang ginawa ni Jesus. That is why we should always be grateful. Whenever you look at the crucifix, there's a small crucifix at the altar, there is a cross there. Perhaps in your homes, there are crosses, crucifixes. Kapag tinignan ninyo yung krusipiho, lagi nyo sabihin sa Panginoon, Panginoon, salamat po sapagkat niyakap mo ang krus para sa akin. Jesus voluntarily and freely gave himself up for us. But the second reminder of the gospel is this: Jesus is in control. Jesus is in control. God is in control. I just would like to remind you that 4 years ago, today, March 15, we had our first lockdown. It was a Sunday, I remember. I was in Paco Church, and that was the first time in my life as a priest that the church was closed. Churches were closed. Walang public masses, hindi ba? Sarado at hindi kayo pwedeng makalabas. Sarado ang mga simbahan, nagsimula ang mga online masses. Pero alam nyo, yung iba, parang medyo excited no? walang pasok, yung iba work from home, luminis ang paligid dahil walang mga sasakyang bumibiyahe. Yung iba tuwang-tuwa kasi lockdown. Pero na-realize natin, yung lockdown na pala yun, hindi lamang for 2 weeks, hindi lamang for 1 month. Dumaan ang mga araw at mga linggo at mga buwan, hindi pa rin tayo makalabas. At nagsimula tayong mabalitaan, namamatay ang mga tao. Namamatay ng iisa, namamatay ng hindi nakasama ang mga mahal sa buhay, at pagkamatay, kikremate, ipinasok mo ang isang mahal sa buhay ng katawan, ibibigay sa iyo ng abo sa isang lalagyan. And then, we began to realize, grabe pala ito. Pero kung babalikan natin yung mga pangyayaring yon 4 years ago, pinatunayan sa atin, God was in control. We prayed Oratio Imperata, and then God performed a miracle through vaccines. And now, we can go out again. God is in control. So, my dear brothers and sisters, today, we are given 2 graces to be grateful for. Number 1, that Jesus died for us, died for you. We should be grateful for that. And number 2, we know that Jesus is in control. And we should also be grateful for that. Amen.